A friend of mine just moved back from California here home to Michigan, and of course being winter, my first question is like, man, are you just nuts or crazy or what's going on there? So he was actually super stoked to come back, partly because Michigan's home, but also because of cost of living, but mostly he's like, there's so much to do here every season, and in my mind, I think we only have like 2 seasons, like construction and winter. But here are 8 winter activities that I found that are unique to Michigan to do in the winter. You gotta scope these out. My name is Mike Bruno, local real estate agent here in Metro Detroit. I'd be honored to have the opportunity to interview for the job to help you buy or sell your next home. Book an appointment with me directly. There's a Calendly link in the description. Also, scope out our over 2,400 Google reviews, and on with the video. All right, first stop is gonna be Bauer School Farm, and there's a lot to do here. Now the fun starts after the sun goes down. Tickets are $17, and they've got a 4-lane, 200-foot tubing hill that's lit up with lights and arches, and it's just a lot of fun. Taking a cue from the not so up north ski hills, because we don't get a ton of snow down here. And let's be real, they're hills, they're not mountains. They carpet, then they freeze water down the hill so you don't need snowy weather to tube and really get going super fast. Now, that might be the main draw, but the fun doesn't stop there. You can grab some skates for $8. They've got an outdoor ice skating rink and of course food. And I love this place that even though it's Bloomfield, it's also not fancy and it doesn't pretend to be. The mainstay on the menu are pizza and chili, and also they carry apple cider and donuts. And while you're there, if you want to warm up, you can scope out the Bauer's Farm store. They also serve Guernsey's ice cream as well, and we love Guernsey's, best in the area. Next up, ride a dog sled. And seriously, you can ride a dog sled. That's a thing here in Michigan. Not just go see it, but ride it in up north Michigan, which for clarity purposes is anywhere north of 8 Mile-ish and goes all the way up to the top. Now there are professional races yearly, both in the upper and lower peninsula, which are a ton of fun to attend, as well as lessons. Now the southernmost and the only guided dog sled center is in Shimhitter Dog Sled Adventures in Cadillac, Michigan, which I completely butchered. Somebody tell me how to actually pronounce it, but that one, they will train you to be a musher or a driver of the sled. They'll train you and take you through over 80 acres with incredible views of Shush Mountain, and each ride's around 30 minutes long or about as long as I can stand being in the cold. Same thing, same amount of time. In the Upper Peninsula, the UP 200 is an Iditarod race going 4 days, and the racers race in 12 dog teams over 220 miles. There are shorter races like the Midnight Run, which is an 8-dog team going 82 miles, and the Jack Pine 26-mile race with 6 dogs. Seeing the sledding is cool, but it's like a winter festival atmosphere up here during the UP 200, and it's hard not to get caught up in like all the excitement. The Muskegon Luge Adventure Sports Park is up next on the list, one of 4 places in the entire United States that offers public luging with an 850-foot track. Now in the Olympics, they really get going up to 75 to 90 miles an hour, and the record is 101 miles an hour, and this is not that, just to be clear. You're gonna top out around 30 miles an hour, which sounds slow, but on that little sled, I felt like I was just like flying, like I was gonna go right off the track. That's one thing to do here, but it isn't all the things to do here. In winter, they also have ice skating, a 7-mile cross-country ski trail, and of course, snowshoeing, which is crazy. In the summer, they have zip lining, archery, trail hiking, and what they call the wheel luge, a 320-foot summer version of the winter sport, which sounds a lot better being warmer. So I'm definitely gonna have to scope this out in summer, not just winter. Next up on the list is cross-country skiing, and Michigan really takes us to a whole new level. In Michigan, we've got over 3,000 miles, yes, miles, of cross-country ski trails available, and here's some of my favorites. Treetops Resort, which isn't just for golfing in the summer. In the winter, they have skis to rent and trails ranging from beginner to expert, and I really like this place because they've got several weekend packages that have the skiing, the restaurant on site, and spa services all included. Next up, I've got to mention Boyne Resorts and Boyne Highlands. There are over 43 miles of trails available, plus you've got the hotel, you've got the restaurant, you've got the saunas, and it's pretty all-inclusive. And there's no need to leave really once you get there. Favorite ski spot when I was a kid. Closer to home and a lot easier to tackle in an afternoon or a weekend day and be home is Island Lake over in Brighton that has that up north experience feel, but it's right there off of 96. Now there are 3 options here. You've got the West Loop, the East Loop, and the 4-mile bike trail. Didn't see that coming. I was gonna say like South Loop or something. But the 4-mile bike trail connecting to Kensington, that gives you 9 miles total to ski. My favorite is also Independent Oaks County Park over in Clarkston, which is almost 1,300 acres and 12 miles to ski. It has some serious elevation to it, so it's not just flat. It's a workout. Like, you're gonna sweat. It's a workout. And the last one, if I could only do 3, is the Clinton River Trail, which is a 16-mile trail that uses an old rail line, which includes the Pink Creek Trail through both rural, urban, and suburban areas, right through downtown Rochester. We also run that during the Brooksea Way, which is a lot of fun. It's a nice run in the fall. Moving on, and check this thing out in Fenton. It looks crazy and I can't wait to try it. It's run by Garrett Peabody, who's certified through the American Mountain Guides Association to teach people how to climb ice walls. It's crazy. These are 2 towers covered in ice. One's 42 feet tall and one's 72 feet tall. And experienced climbers actually use them to train. Like you'll see Olympians here and everything. They've got multiple climbing routes and all the tools available on site except snow pants, and it looks cold, so definitely wear some of those. And when you're done climbing, they've got a 10-person sauna and a heated bunkhouse to warm up in. So you're just gonna find me there pretty much most of the time. They've also got a camping area for anybody that wants to bring a tent and stay. I will not be doing that. If you're climbing one of the big mountains like Kilimanjaro, Everest, there's an on-site cutting edge facility, which is only one of a half a dozen in the United States, that simulates up to a 19,000 square foot altitude. Not kidding, it's a real thing. Now I can't talk about winter sports in Michigan without talking about skiing, of course, and Michigan has the tallest vertical drop east of the Rockies. That's a true story. Mount Bohemia in the UP is definitely not where you want to start skiing and learn. I would not do that. It's where you aspire to ski at. I will probably never get to that level. But there are over 100 runs over 650 acres that has the state and the East Coast / Midwest tallest vertical drop at 900 feet, as well as the state's longest run, the Ghost Trail, that goes in like a full 2 miles. Home to the only snowcat skiing experience without going to Colorado on the nearby Voodoo Mountain as well. You can rent the 20-person snowcat and ride in the cab to the top of the mountain and then ski down from there, having a really nice, unique, small group and full-on wilderness experience being surrounded by wilderness, right? There are guides to help navigate the entire way, and fun lodging that includes yurts. Yeah, I'm out on those. Cabins, which is a little bit better, and an inn, which is where you're gonna find me because I'm not staying in a yurt. Although it sounds fun, it also sounds very cold. You can also scope out the Nordic Spa, which is a combo sauna, steam cabin, outdoor hot tub, outdoor hot pool, and a cold pool, which is really cold, and a waterfall. This UP resort is super remote and one of the few ski slopes in Michigan that doesn't need snowmaking equipment and relies solely on the 300 inches of snowfall that they get per year. In 2020, it was ranked the 4th best ski resort in the entire United States, right here in Michigan. And if skiing is not your thing, you could take a sleigh ride over the hill, through the woods, to grandma's house. Probably not to grandma's house, but there are 2 spots that I've been to and I highly recommend both. The first one is Thunder Bay Resort over in Hillman, Michigan. And if you're in Metro Detroit like I am, it's about 3 to 4 hours drive and a great weekend getaway. Why I love it, there's a traditional horse-drawn carriage ride, but unlike other rides, you're also gonna see elk too roaming the open fields, as well as deer, eagles, and more. After the sleigh ride or carriage ride, because they offer both, you can get back to the resort for a full 5-course meal prepared on a 125-year-old wood-cooked stove, and it comes with 6 wine pairings. Love that. The dinner features a Napa salad, crown roast of pork with roasted red skin potatoes, and white chocolate mousse for dessert. The 2-night package here also includes a cross-country skiing pass and a snowboarding pass. Second on the list is the Fantail Farm in Benzonia. It offers a 45 to 55-minute sleigh ride that carries passengers through forests not far from Lake Michigan. You're gonna see deer at times, and even bald eagles can be spotted along the way. And you can choose from a cozy 2-person passenger carriage or sleigh to a spacious one that seats up to 10 if you want to bring the family. Last but not least, for those of us that want to avoid the cold as best we can, you could do a winter weekend staycation, and that is so much more my speed. There are a couple on our list, but topping the chart is the Amway Grand Hotel, run by Hilton's Curio Collection in Grand Rapids. It's about 2 to 2.5 hours from Metro Detroit. It's a premier AAA 4-diamond hotel in Michigan with all the elegance of the 1920s and a modern wing known as the 29-foot story glass tower. The 1913 built hotel has one of the largest gold leaf ceilings in existence. I mean, it was a massive undertaking. There's 24-hour room service, a spa, an indoor pool, and if you get the Wolfgang Puck package, it includes breakfast and dinner at the kitchen, brought to you by Wolfgang Puck, of course. For a boutique experience in Detroit, a bit closer to home, there's the back-in-time glam of the Siren, the industrial chic flair of Detroit Foundation Hotel, the modern yet eclectic rooms of Trumbull and Porter Hotel, and the cogs and gears inspired look of the Shinola Hotel. All right, so that is our 8 winter activities unique to Michigan that will give you a ton of laughs, smiles, and fun with family or friends, or a quick couples getaway. Subscribe as we drop content each and every week. Let me know if I can help you buy a home or sell a home. My name is Mike Perna, real estate agent for over 20 years here in Metro Detroit. I'd be honored to get your call. Book an appointment using the Calendly link, and I will see you on the next video.